Hey guys, welcome back to The Smoke. My name is John, and today I really wanted to talk to everyone about wellness. Wellness is something that's really top of my list, and for me, it involves two things. Wellness is mind and body. So as I go through these videos where I'm sharing with you these practical techniques and tools to help you live your best life here on The Smoke, I want you to just keep in mind that there's two components. It's mind and body. And then really, the first step is mind, right? Because you can't accomplish anything. Actually, nothing gets accomplished. Nothing exists. Nothing is without mind. So it's essential that we have a healthy mind. The number one killer, unfortunately, for most human beings is this disease of the mind. And the disease is called stress. Everyone knows. Everybody knows. Stress kills. Firemen, police officers, EMS workers, paramedics, doctors, accountants, lawyers, teachers, brothers, sisters, mothers, uncles. It doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter. Stress kills. So how can we control stress? For someone like me, I'm an active fire officer. I'm often in stressful environments, stressful situations. And then just life is stressful, right? Like I have 3 kids, I have a wife, I have a house, I have stuff I have to pay for. I have things I have to keep up with, right? So that's stress, right? But then for me, that's like, I'm always like tiering things and putting them on levels. Like, all right, so that wasn't so bad. Whoa, that was bad. That's like level 3. That's tough, right? So for me, like bills and family and life and all that, that's like level 1 stress. It's like it doesn't even bother me. It's just comes with life. And then there's level 2 stress, which is level 2 stress for me is stress when like if I ever, which is not really often at all, but if I ever get sick or like I'm not feeling good, like for me, that's level 2 stress. It's like, okay, like this is heightened bit of stress. I need to jump on this. I need to do something to combat this, to put myself in a better place. Okay. Now, as an officer, as a fire officer, or as a firefighter, as a first responder, kind of introduced this thing called tier 3 or level 3 stress, which I didn't even really know existed. It's just this stress that you can't control, and it's an uncontrollable stress because you don't know what you're getting into, where you're going, what's going to happen. Lives are at stake. It's not a game, right? So the stress from that is very acute, meaning it comes on all of a sudden. It's very fast. And as fast as it comes on, we want to get rid of it. Okay, so if you've ever been on a call where you're just kind of like, oh, I can't shake it, then I'm going to show you a technique which is truly beneficial for de-stressing in the moment. Now you don't have to be a firefighter coming from a horrific call. You don't have to be a police officer, paramedic. You could just be mom dealing with the kids. You could just be dad dealing with the business, right? I want to talk about stress a little bit, just so we understand a little bit more. And one thing I want everyone to kind of look into at your own pace, if you could, it would be very beneficial to you, is this thing called epigenetics. I'll link a video down in the description, but I want to talk about epigenetics, and I want to talk about the guy, or the godfather, as he's so known, of epigenetics. And his name is Bruce Lipton. And you can look him up on Google. Like I said, I'll leave a a link for a video for him in the description. But anyway, what's amazing about epigenetics and what really caught my attention about it is that epi means above or center or above center, right? Above. Epigenetics. So above genetics. So the understanding, the knowledge above genetics. It's interesting. Growing up, I always kind of believed and was always kind of told that, there's these genetic links to disease. Like if your dad had a heart attack, you should really eat your broccoli because you don't want to have a heart attack. Or if your mom was an alcoholic, you should really stay away from that beer because you might be an alcoholic. As a kid, very impressionable, you're probably going to believe that, right? So then you start living your life in that way. Okay, cool. No big deal, right? Well, there is a big deal. Because number one, you're the creator of your reality. We'll get into that in another episode. It's definitely on par. However, if you operate with the belief that you're going to have a heart attack, you're like 99% more prone to having a heart attack because we live out our beliefs. So that's like, you don't want to start there. Like, don't believe you're going to be sick, please. Even if your dad or your brother or your uncle was. That's not true knowledge. It's actual crap. It's not real. Okay? Everybody has genetic link to disease. We're all human. We're all capable of getting sick. Deal with it, right? I'm giving you knowledge so you don't have to be sick, so you can be healthy, so you can be stress-free, so you can live your best life. You can help as many people as you want. You can do all the things you want, and you don't have to worry about the body. You don't have to worry about the mind being a deficit, right? So let's get back on track here. Epigenetics, it says that there's no correlation between your genetics and disease. However, there is a correlation between stress and genetics. So let me break that down for you. In other words, if you live in a stressful environment and you're the guy whose dad had a heart attack and you're walking around with this belief that you're going to have a heart attack, well, if you're stressed out most of the day, what's going to happen is you're going to turn that gene on like a light switch because the body doesn't like to live in stress. It is not its natural state. Stress is bad. Stress, no good. We have to actively work and have acute or in-the-moment practical techniques that can take us out of stress. And at minimum, at least these heightened levels of stress that we often experience as first responders, right? Now, again, this is good for mom or dad or anybody who's stressed because of anything, but I'm just correlating it to my folks. We don't need to be drinking. We don't need to be sexing. We don't need to be, indulging in all these vices that are detrimental because we're stressed out. We can learn a couple practical techniques to get right back on track and live our best life. That's what we're here for, right? Because when we're living our best life, at least as first responders, I know, at least for me, I can totally help a lot more people that way. And that's what I love doing, right? So this channel is geared towards that. It's geared towards helping people with practical information, right? This is knowledge or this is smoke. This is the smoke. This is information for you. Hopefully you employ it. Here we go. So like I've said multiple times before, I love doing yoga. It's been so beneficial to me. The technique I'm going to show you is called samavriti. And if you're a first responder, I guarantee you've already heard of it. You just don't know it as samavriti. You know it as box breathing. Box breathing is a cardiovascular exercise. Hear that again. It's a cardiovascular exercise. So for all the guys who hate cardio, because I know that I work with a few of them, no treadmill, no elliptical, no stair stepper. However, do those things. Do those things. They will save your life, especially if you're a firefighter, right? Cardiovascular fitness is one or two of the top killers of our people. So let's just get on top of that. And if you don't want to start, like me, running like a maniac on the treadmill, then go ahead and start with the samavriti or the box breathing, okay? Now let's do it really quickly. You get back from a stressful call, God forbid one with a child. You get back, you're like stressed out, you don't know, you could feel it in your body. You gotta let it out. You gotta release it. It's a killer. Release it. Get back to baseline. Get back to your best self. Here we go. Are you ready? Sit somewhere comfortably. Go in the bunk room. Go in the gym. Just sit down. You can have your eyes open. You can have your eyes closed. I recommend closing your eyes because then you can really go inside. Here we go. Start with 4 in. Hold for 4. Out for 4. Hold out for 4. In for 4. Hold for 4. Out for 4. Hold empty for 4. In for 4. And then you would continue. So this can be done for 3 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes. I said I recommend that you close your eyes. Kind of go inside. Just relax. Everything's going to be all right. This is a really meditative breathing as well as a cardiovascular fitness exercise. Simply by doing this exercise, you will gain cardiovascular fitness. That's amazing. We don't want to die of a heart attack, guys. We don't want to die in our sleep because our heart's not good, okay? This is practical information. Thanks for watching The Smoke. Next time I got some knowledge, I'll be right here to drop it for you. I love you guys. I hope everybody has a great day.